Just want to welcome you to week 5. Can you believe we are already in week 5 in the middle of our second or in the beginning of our second team facilitation? So I just want to go over and what we're going to do this week and just kind of say, hey, thank you for all the effort you've been putting into these cases because they've been real world cases. We're going to talk a little bit more about them in a second, but I know this is not the only thing tugging at your time as an adult learner. So I appreciate all the effort and focus that you've been putting in on your work with these. So appreciate it. So let's jump in and talk about our team facilitation. And there we go. And talk about our team facilitation. First off, Team 1 did a fantastic job last week. I appreciate the way the discussions were guided as well as everybody's participation in those discussions. And Team 2, you're already off and running into this week's discussions, and we're going to start even using a scenario. The teams were broken up into 2 teams. I believe that starts Wednesday, but it's fantastic the way these discussions are going. And the reason that this is important and kind of like the reason why we're doing things like this is because this is part of the active learning process where one of the biggest ways that we learn to do things is by teaching somebody else. So in a sense, that's what we're doing here. That's what you're doing in your teams is you're teaching everybody else and guiding everybody else. So you're taking that time to do that. And I would hope that as you're doing that, you're really getting immersed within the cases and getting more out of it than you would just studying them and then giving back feedback in a normal sort of way that we would do it. So it's my hope that this learn by teaching strategy is really powerful and is driving everything deeply. So that's the gist of why we're doing it this way. And also these cases, they are real world scenarios. So how many of us, I imagine just about everybody's hands are going to go up, right? How many of us have been in situations similar to the ones that we've been reading about? I know last week I was in several situations in the manufacturing environment that resembled our case quite a bit. So I'll get into those a little bit later. We're going to have a live session this coming week as well. So on Thursday, I'm going to plan a live session. I'll put a link and an announcement in the announcement board probably tomorrow or Wednesday with the exact time, but we're looking at a lunch and learn. So lunch on my Pacific time would be 12, on East Coast time would be about 3. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can do it to reach the most people. So we'll get the time. I'll get the time out there and just appreciate all the work you're putting into it. And let's keep on going. Have a great week.